What's up, guys? How's everybody doing tonight? I have a feeling that we're going to have some good games, and the reason that I think that is because we pretty much have good games every time. So that's what I'm going with. How are you guys doing? D6. D6. Let's go with D4, and I might play the, I think this is called the Lion's Jaw, if I'm not mistaken. Something like that. What we're going to do is create the battery right away. We're going to create the battery right away. He's not playing Bishop G7, though. That's unfortunate, because I'm going to have to change my strategy a little bit. Let's just develop the knight. B5. Yeah, so he's just trying to expand over here right away. Now, usually when I see a move like this, I always wonder, can I attack here? Because if we undermine this pawn, then B5 is weak. And it looks like that might be a good move. I mean, if you go here, I'm going to take you. If you take me, I'm going to take you a check. So let's do it. As we undermine this, we come in here. Okay, so he's going to give me this and probably move his knight here. Interesting. Don't believe I've seen this before. Let's say I take it, the knight goes there. What's going to happen? What is going to happen? I mean, let's just say if I jump in and he takes, now I've got it defended. If he doesn't take, I could take here. He's got a weak pawn. I think that's pretty good. Yeah, we'll go ahead and take it. We'll take it. 95. I think I'm going to jump in. I'm going to jump in. Yeah, actually, I see another move, too. I see Bishop B6 and Knight C7 is a fork. So basically what I'm trying to do is say, look, if you don't take me, I have some serious threats. If you do take me, well, I recapture, and now I've defended my pawn, and you have to deal with that. And I'm up a pawn, too, so you can see how if you push too early, this could be a problem. Hey, Alan, how you doing? Andrew, how's it going? Connor. The other Andrew, hey. We have two Andrews here. At least two. There might be more. Okay, so he's going to take, and I don't think I want to take with the queen because the queen's easy to be chased around. Although, actually, you know what? There is this move C7. Queen C8. No, I don't want to do that. I think I'll just take with the pawn. So here we go. We have this defended. Okay, he's going to try to now just maybe castle or something. So what should my plan be? That's what I'm not sure. I could castle. Interesting. The reason I'm thinking about castling is because then I have this defended. Also add support here. And we're ready to attack if we need to. I think I like that. And I don't think it's that easy for him to attack me now because this guy's actually blocking the C file. So let's do it. Let's do it. Okay, so there we go. He castles. I mean, my first instinct is, well, there's two things. Number one could be to get rid of the bishop. Or number two could be to, like, throw my H-pawn forward, get Harry going. What is black going to do? I don't really know. I mean, if you go here, I'm probably just going to take you. I don't think that's a big deal. Yeah, I think H4, H5 is a pretty decent plan, honestly, guys. I think that makes a lot of sense. Of course, you could play H5, but I don't know. I'll probably play G4 and just sack some stuff. Let's say I take, then I can push H5. We lose some pawns, but who cares? Let's go. Let's go. Pawns don't really matter because my king's not over there anyway. The thing that matters is getting this guy involved. So we're hoping for takes. We push. Of course, if you don't take, then I'll open up the G file and we'll use that to attack. So however you look at it, we're gonna open up one of these guys. Hey, Larley. Good to see you. Okay, so he's going to go for it. Now, I don't want to take and let the pieces out. So I'll just, whatever black wants to do is fine. Let's go ahead. We're going to bust open the king. Yeah, we lose a pawn, but who cares? Okay, bishop comes out. It's not a big deal. I could take, I could push and go check. The problem is then my pawn's in the way. Then my pawn is in the way. Like, let's say here, here, check. The king moves somewhere. Here, bishop comes in, bishop blocks, or rook moves. I don't really see how I'm going to make progress there. So I think what I'm going to do, actually, guys, is... well, here. Because I want to take, and then boom, queen h6. So I want to have the option, before I trade, I want to make sure that I'm in position to follow up with this queen h6 idea. I don't know what black's going to do about that. Like I said, if you take, if you take here, it just opens up everything. So, okay. Let's say I take. He's got to take. Let's say I take. He doesn't have to take back, but if he does, the queen comes in. That looks pretty good. Yeah, all right. We'll go ahead and trade here. I don't know if it matters the order. I think I'll just take there first. Hey, Skyler. Good to see you. Thank you for the congratulations. Oh, are you the one having a baby? I'm sorry, I forgot your name, if that's who you are. But congratulations. That is exciting times. Okay, cool. Very good. Okay, he takes it. So here we go. We could take, the queen comes in. The king's going to try to run. I'm sure of that. Check. I have some ideas. Let's go. I have some ideas, my friends. Wait, is he not going to take this? You have to take it, right? That was weird. That was a bit weird. Oh, it's a kind of a new account. Oh, interesting. Well, hopefully I'm not going to get... What? King f6? Who would play that? Why would you go there instead of king f7? Who in their right mind would go to f6? Okay, well, I think I'm going to go with knight h3. I think I'm going to go knight h3 here. Because I want to maybe jump in here somehow. And if you take me, then my bishop's going to come on a super nice diagonal. So this is what I'm going to do. King f6. Yeah, I'm scared now. I'm scared I'm playing an engine now. I wasn't at the beginning, but now I think I am. All right, well, I don't think I have a choice here. I think we have to go here. I want to move my knight, but it's pinned now. It's pinned. Wow. Yeah. I don't know what to do. I mean, I can go here, but this is not how you want to play this position. I think they turned the engine on like right when the attack was happening. That's what it seems like based on the time usage and the fact that you didn't take back right away. That was the dead giveaway. So many rice cookers these days. All right, I'm just gonna make a move. Whatever. We're off to an interesting start, guys. We're off to an interesting start to the night. If King F6 is the engine move too, that's another one. Like E6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm down a pawn. If I happen to trade, what would happen? Trying to think if I have some sort of chance because of the pawn here, but I don't really think so. I guess we leave the queens on. I don't really know. Let's go back. Okay, he takes the pawn. I guess we recapture that. Aha. I predicted his move. I predicted his move. So we're only down a pawn, but these pieces are actually really annoying. They're a lot better than my pieces. You can see that. Yeah. Let's bring my knight out of the corner. Okay, he wants to take my pawn. I don't think I can stop that. Let's try to trade some of these pieces and see what we can do with the queen and rook. If we take, there's going to be a check, though. Let me block that. Let me block that. This is a slow rice cooker, though, so we might... If I could trade all these pieces and go into a rook ending, we might be able to win on time. They're taking like 10 to 15 seconds every move. They got to work on their rice cooking skills. They want to get past this level. But if I can't force trades, we might just lose before then. Knight f4, h5 is interesting. Of course, they're not going to let me do that, but if I had two moves with my knight. Okay, we got rid of one powerful knight. Oh, he's going to take and play f2. F2, f1. That's what he's going to do. Yeah. Rook f1. He's going to go f1. Yep. Look at this. Yeah. I'm going to try to stalemate. He missed mate in 1. Because he's playing for real now. Yep. Why does it feel like they're struggling to win this position? All right. Let's check it. I'm 100% sure it's rice. 100%. It was not taking on g7 was the clue. Yeah. They started out with some random bad moves, and then they turned on the engine. That's probably right when I said it. Let's take a look. And then I bet it was like engine moves from there on out. Oh, b5 actually is a line. Okay. a6 was terrible. I don't know what that was. That was bad. That was... yeah. Yeah, it was right around here. I think they turned it on. Maybe this point? Let's see. This was the clue, though. I mean, anybody over 1800 is going to take this immediately. You're either going to pre-move it or you're going to just play it. There is literally no reason to think here. There's no reason at all to think. Unless you have to put the move into the engine. That's the only reason. And then let's just see. They're both actually, it's going back and forth. They're both engine moves. But he plays this one. Like, nobody's going to play that. You're not going to play that. You're going to play this one. Every time. This makes sense. You're going to try to run over here. You're not going to go to f6. Yeah, best move, best move, best move. That's the third move. Yeah. I mean, they just joined a couple months ago, so... yeah, I think I will report. I'm pretty certain. Pretty certain about that. Let's go. Let's go report. Okay. We'll see if we get the points by the end of the stream. What do you guys think? Classical player 111. 2400. Ooh, okay. Let's go with the Gambit. Let's go. See what they know about this. Classical player 111. Let's go F3. Now, there's a couple of lines here. I can go queen f3. Yeah, I'll do queen f3. I can also just play knight f3, but I'm going to go for queen f3. He's going to go knight d6. He's going to go knight d6. I'm going to take the pawn. And the idea is, if you take with the knight, you lose your bishop. If you take with the king, your bishop's pinned, and I'll play g4 and take it back. Kind of, I think it's like an equal position, but maybe it's slightly better for black, but their king is kind of exposed. But I'm pretty sure he's going to play knight d6. Yeah, I mean, you have to play knight d6. It's the only good move. It's the only good move. You shouldn't make accusations unless you're 99% sure that they were cheating. How are you ever going to be 99% sure? I mean, I don't have a camera in the person's bedroom. Like, the time usage is probably the biggest clue. It's even more so than the moves. It's the time usage on certain situations. Like not taking g7. There's like no explanation for that. And then if you look at his moves, like almost all of them were between like 10 and 15 seconds. There was a few exceptions, but... Okay, so here's the thing you have to watch out for. Queen h4. So I think I have to go with knight h3 so that I can meet this with knight f2, if I remember correctly. And then you defend your pawn, you keep your threat. There you go. Okay. Still going to take this guy back. Okay, so we could take now, or we could wait another move. What's the point of waiting? I'm going to try to go here, actually. Get a little bit tricky. The idea is if he ever moves the bishop, I take here with check. So it's still kind of pinned in a way. So I could take it later. I don't have to take it right now. Actually, I'm threatening to take, and then win this pawn. He might be able to play rook f8, though. Takes, check. King goes back. Let's see. Oh, no. Then I have a fork. Ah, wait a second. I take. Then he takes this. I go here. Goes check. I go here. Check. Knight here. Oh, that one. Aha, because my knight is pinned. Okay, so I guess I have to do this. I actually didn't see that. Okay, well. Only move. See, like this person, guys, does not seem like they're cheating. Like he just took that back immediately. Of course, it's the only move. He played it immediately. This seems like a normal person, so I have no suspicions about this person. Regardless if I win or lose, this seems like a legit player, right? You could just see the difference. It's totally different. Let me just castle. Let me just castle, get my rook involved here. Look at this. That's my threat. I want to bring this guy over. Yes, I'm down a pawn. But We do have some compensation, I would say. Okay, I want to, let's see, 94, we could try to go here. I think I'm going to need the rook here first, though. You can't take me because of the check, and I win the piece. He's going to go rook f8. I could probably guarantee that. Okay, bishop f6, never mind. Bishop f6. So he wants to take this. I mean, I could trade the... get rid of the bishop. Yeah, I think I will, actually. Let's get rid of the bishop. If you take with the pawn, you open up this. Not a big deal. My king's just going to go there. That's fine. Let's go here. Okay, tuck the king over. So we're down a pawn, but we have active pieces. Yeah, if we can maybe create some tactics, win back a pawn. Even if we don't win back the pawn, it's not that easy for black to win this, I don't think. Okay, he wants to double up. That's smart. That's smart. Okay, I could play c3 just to support here. I could jump in with check, takes, take, then we lose the pawn. Yeah, I think we need to support this. So maybe here. He's going to bring his rook over. I go check. If he ever goes here, that's actually an annoying move. It's actually a very annoying move. I could go knight g3, takes, takes. Okay. Guess we'll try that. To try to keep the rooks out of my position for a little while. He might just throw this pawn forward, though. Yeah, so what do we do about this? I'm going to try to keep his rook off the second rank and maybe just tuck my bishop back somewhere. Or even here, maybe. Yeah, maybe d6 is better than e1. Seems a bit more aggressive. So h4, I'll just go there. If he ever goes here... maybe I just defend my rook. Takes, takes. Yeah, I think that's fine. Actually, this is nice because I have the option to double up. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I lost my chat. Am I even live still? Totally lost my chat. Hold up, hold up. Are you guys still there? Okay, cool, cool. It's just on my side. Okay, good. Good, good, good. All right. So, he's abandoning that plan, and he's going to start pushing these, I guess. What can I even do? What can I even do? I don't really know why I'm moving there, because I don't know what else to do. I guess I'm thinking maybe I can do this and move my king or something. I don't really know. I don't know. Why am I going here? Don't know. Because I gotta do something and it's a pawn I can push. Why am I going here? Because I want to keep the knight out. Then he's going to go to d5. Rook f3. He's going to go back here. h3, tuck my king. He's going to sneak over. It's not ideal. Maybe I push c4 instead. d5. I mean, yeah, we got to do something. Let me just try this. So knight d5, c4. Where's his knight going to go? Where's his knight going to go? Here? No, that doesn't look very good. Maybe he goes back. I gotta play fast. Maybe I can get an advantage on the clock here. Okay, I could trade that. Rooks. Oh, rooks are not bad. Although my bishop. But my king is cut off. That's the issue. My king is cut off. Huh. I'm gonna do it. I don't know if that was a good decision, but I'm gonna do it anyway. I'm gonna try to go here while I can and get my king out of the corner. Because once my king's out of the corner, maybe I can try to survive. Do I go here or here? I know I said I was trying to get a lead on time, but I'm obviously not doing that. Seems like it's not going to be easy for him because the pawns are right where my king is. So I think maybe I can advance these and create some counter threats here. Can I sneak in with my rook and get behind? No, he's going to try to come behind. Ah. Wait, is there... Oh, okay, hold on. Is there some crazy trick here, guys? I don't think so, but a5, if I can create a passed pawn, c5 takes b5, a5. All right, I'm going to go for it. I'm going to go for it. a5. Wait, b5, a5, d5. No, there's no way. a5, he's going to go b5, right? c5 takes... Oh, I was thinking that I could sneak by, but I can't. I can't, can I? Ah, man. Yeah, I was trying to like sneak by, but it's not gonna happen. Oh boy. Yeah. I should have kept the rooks on the board. That was a mistake. I should have kept them on. So for some reason, I was thinking I could still create a pass pawn, but the pawns have to be 3 in a line, not the way that they were configured. There's no way. I'm trying to get a stalemate. I'm trying to get a stalemate. Hmm. 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 He actually has 2 ways to stalemate me. That's not one of them. Okay, let's actually see. Let's actually see. Did I have a way to... I don't think there was a way to create a pass pawn. Yeah, they played pretty well. Yeah, I missed this. I shouldn't have played bishop f4. I should have taken it. Yeah, they played the opening very well, though. I never really had a chance. So let's see if there was any moment. I don't think I ever actually had an opportunity. Yeah, maybe right here was my best chance. B5 was the best move. B5. What's the idea? If they push, then my king can run in. If they take... if they take... then I guess my king still has a way to get in. So maybe that was the plan. And if they come over here... Rook f4, or actually if they go the same way... Ah, Rook a1 is another way to get in. Uh-huh. Yes. That would have been my best chance. Okay. All right. French defense. Let's go with the Gambit. Okay, let's go with bishop d3. And we're just going to castle. Use the f-file to attack. Hopefully black castles too, but if not, it's okay. We still have a bunch of pieces out. Let's get another knight out there. Perfect. So that's what I like to see. Well, now we swing the queen over and we go for the checkmate on h7. E5. Takes. Yeah, we could trade just to open things up. Or I could just ignore that and go queen h4 anyway. Queen h4 takes bishop g5. Takes. Back. I think we're going to win. I'll just ignore it. I'm going for the attack. Going for the checkmate. We're going for the checkmate. Okay, so here's the idea, guys. We have the threat on h7. So we go with the bishop pinning the knight. And we try to make this work. Like knight d5, for example. Double trade on f6, and then checkmate. That's kind of the basic idea. So let's see how black's going to stop that. There's actually, okay. That move. Well, first of all, we could go check. The queen, the knight can't take because we take the queen. The king can't take, obviously, because it's check. Now, the king could run. Then we just move our bishop back. We're threatening to come in here. That doesn't look very good for black. But we also have knight to d5. And your queen moves where? e6, maybe? Take. No, I think this way's better. We keep that annoying pin. We just keep that pin. The queen is there, so the king is trapped. You can't run with your king to get away. So that's why we're going to do it this way. Yeah, this is the way. Okay, let's go back. Threatening, basically checkmate because the knight is pinned. Where do I want to go back to though? F5 or D3? I think F5. Because now knight d5 is even more powerful because you can't go queen e6. You probably have to go back here. It's... Okay, so yeah, now we could do knight d5. Yeah, I think that's just going to be winning now because once we get rid of the knight, this is going to be lights out for black. Yeah, Andrew, I think if you click on that target, it'll show you the goal. It's like if we get that many super chats, there's something that'll happen. I think there's a timer on it though too, so it's like a new YouTube thing. I was just messing around with it. So he goes back. So here's the thing. Takes, check, king runs. Does he get away? All right, let me not mess this up. Takes. Check. King goes here. You know what I could also do? I could actually take this knight because then, okay, wait a second. That looks really good. You can't take here because the pin. You take with the bishop. Ah, that must be the way. There you go. There we go. See, I'm causing a problem on f6 for black here. They're trying to get out of the pin, but now you have other problems like a fork. Look at this knight. Look at this knight. Question is, should I take with the bishop first to try to get the fork? Or should I get the fork first with the idea that after I take back, you can't stop checkmate? Hey, thank you, Alexandra. Yeah, I think we just take with the knight first, and then we checkmate. I don't see how black stops that. So get the fork, force the recapture, and then checkmate. This is one of those mating patterns you want to remember. When the pawn's on f7, bishop's on f6, either a rook or a queen can go to h8 and just deliver the checkmate. So there we go. All right. First win. Yeah, pretty nice game. And I don't think we even need to review that one. It was relatively straightforward. So let's go. Let's go. Okay, e4. This is a 2300. Let's go with knight f6. Attacks the pawn. Let's go bishop g4, the Portuguese variation. Probably going to see f3. Bishop e2. Some people play bishop e2 also. Oh, knight f3. Okay, yeah, you could do that. I don't see that move too often. Let me take with the queen. Let me go here. Let me swing over. I like to sack my bishop when they castle. I like to just sack it. So we're going to get ready for that. We're also going to probably castle and line up here on the d file. Maybe play e6, e5, put pressure on the center. I played a game like this against Zurab, International Master Zurab. If you guys saw that video where we went back and forth between our thought process. Except I'm pretty sure he played like c4. I don't think he played knight c3. So it's a little bit different. You go ahead and castle, line up the rook here. I wonder if he's thinking about if he can get away with castling or not if he plays like h3. Oh, never mind. Thinking about knight e5. Knight e5 is interesting. Well, I guess first things first. If I take here, let's say the queen takes, knight takes, queen takes, knight takes, he gets a fork. If I take with the rook, he's going to take here with check, takes. Wow, there's a lot of ways we can do this. Okay. I actually feel like, okay, rook takes is kind of forcing, right? Because if you just move your queen, you're just losing a bunch of stuff. So I think he's going to have to take me with check. I take back. That's just a trade. I'm still winning the pawn here. He takes with the knight. Yeah, no, the knight, I take his queen. So he has to take with the queen. Check. I take, he takes. I'm down a piece, but then I get my piece back. And I'm up a pawn. Yeah? If you take here, you lose a queen. I mean, if you do anything else, I'm just taking the queen. So you have to do that, right? Am I missing something? Let's say he just moves his queen somewhere. I mean, that can't be... No, that can't be that good. Okay, I think we just do like this. Maybe he missed. Maybe he missed this bishop f4, bishop or rook takes f4 thing. Probably gonna take here. Yep, I'll take it. Yep. Yeah, there you go. So I got the free pawn. I got d4 for free. And it's just even now, except I have an extra pawn. Actually, it's not even because I might get a lead in development. He's got to save his knight, then I can go on the offensive or something. Okay, I just want to make sure my rook doesn't get trapped. That's the only thing. Like knight d5, does it get trapped that way? No, I would be able to move. Yeah, I don't think so. All right, so e6 or e5. I actually like e6 because I don't have to worry about this anymore. It'll be defended if a rook ever tries to attack it. Yeah, I think I will just go with e6. And it does the job of letting out my bishop, right? Is really what I need. I think I'll just go bishop b4. Bishop c5 actually is not a bad idea either, because then we can threaten h5 and the knight is trapped. Oh, I like that. I like that. Let's go bishop c5. Wait, there's knight e4 though. Hold on. Knight e4, we go back. g3, no, you lose this, so that doesn't make sense. Yeah, let's go bishop c5. Go bishop c5. Okay, so he's going to go for that, and I'm going to go back like I said. And still threatening the h5 knight trap over here. Look at that. Knight has no squares. Actually, no, now it has f2. But that's fine. What I'm really threatening is f5, working them. Yeah, that's what I'm really threatening. Just notice that. So what's white going to do? Probably move one of their knights somewhere. Yes. Okay. Oh, wait a second. Wait a second. h5 traps the knight again. Yes. Yes. Am I missing something? I think we got him. I think we got him. We've got him thinking, but I don't think there's a way to save the knight. You can throw in this move to attack my rook, but I'll just move my rook somewhere. Oh, they disconnected. Okay. There you go. There you go. Can he play h3? Yeah, h3, but I'm just going to take the knight for a pawn, so it's a good trade for me. Knight for a pawn. All right. Game review. How did we do? 93. Not too bad. What was my one mistake here? Let's see. What did I do wrong? Castles. Yeah, rook takes d4 is... Okay, it actually wanted bishop takes e2 instead. What was wrong with rook takes d4? Wait, what? So I take the queen. Ah, you're threatening checkmate. So, whoa. You're threatening a lot of checkmate. Whoa. Oh my. So wait a second. You can't take the knight. There's a checkmate. So you have to play... Only move for me is knight to d7 to block that. And then it gets even crazier. Rook takes d7. I can't take here because of my queen. If I take here, I lose the game. Oh. What in the world? What did I just witness? Rook takes d1, threatens checkmate. You can't take because of this. You can't take because of that. You have to block. Nope, you have to block. Then he sacks this. You can't take that because of the boom, boom, bam. And then if you take this, he takes here with check. You don't want to walk into this, so you have to go rook, king d8. And then he just takes another pawn. And we get this position, which is supposed to be equal. Although this actually doesn't look very pleasant to play with the rook leg here. I mean, this is wild. Man. Poland, 3 a.m. Chess TV. Hey, you're welcome. Thank you. Man, what a crazy move. Knight takes c6. That is just ridiculous. Okay, so he goes for the human move, which was a mistake. This is what I thought. And I'm just winning. So, wow. Man. FIDE Master. 2300. Let's go. Let's go. Okay, I'm going to go knight f3. And I'm actually going to try to play a Halloween Gambit. I've been playing this recently. Yes, perfect. Let's go. Let's see if we can beat a FIDE Master in a rapid game playing the Halloween Gambit. Because everybody says it's so bad. Let's see. Bishop c4. We'll see if he knows his theory. Yeah, he does. I think we just take with the bishop here. So he just gives back the pawn to get his pieces out quickly, which is, I think, the right way to do it. Hey, thank you, Tess. Appreciate that. Okay, so here's the threat. My bishop's under attack. So, let's say queen f3 to threaten checkmate. What's he going to play? Queen e7. Bishop e6. I'd probably just trade. Yeah, let's go queen f3. Make sure I'm not missing anything. Oh, hold on. f6. Yeah, I'm still going to do it because I need this to be defended anyway. So we're creating an attack here. We're creating an attack here. I have these powerful pawns in the center. If I can get this bishop developed somewhere, castle, and bring my rook over. I mean, look at this position. Look at his knight. He moved his knight back to g8. Regardless if we win or lose, we're having a lot of fun playing the Halloween Gambit. You have to admit, this is just a fun position to play. Look at this. All right, he's probably realistically going to play something like f6. You know what's wild? I mean, I could even play bishop g5 there. I could even play bishop g5 because you can't take me because that's checkmate. Okay, he goes queen e7. Now, wait a second. There's still bishop g5. If you take, I take. You go here. I don't have anything, so I can't do that. Okay, I can take this pawn, though. I can take this pawn. Takes, let's say rook d8. I could go check. I could play bishop d2. I could castle. I mean, I may as well get another pawn, right? He's dealt with my threat. I could also just castle. But no, once he plays c6 and I have to go back, he develops. No. We have to take this. We have to take this. Create the... It also creates weaknesses in his position. Like a c6 square that I can use. And now we have 3 pawns. We have 3 pawns for the piece. He's going to go rook d8. Could even get 4 pawns. But that seems like I might be being greedy. I could also go check. Oh, look at this, guys. Okay, if I go check, you can't block with the queen because you're bishop. If you block with the rook, I actually have a perpetual check in my pocket unless he's willing to play king f8. So do I want to draw or do I want to win? In which case I would play something else. Bishop d2, bishop e3, or castle. The issue is he's going to take this pawn. If I defend it, he takes me. I do have a bunch of pawns. Like I said, I could also take this, which honestly might not be as crazy as it looks, because then I'm going to have 4 pawns. Also defends. What move would he play, though? At, let's say, f6, I could castle. I could also throw in this check. All right, let's analyze. Takes. I mean, it's so many pawns. It's so many pawns. I think I should do it. I'm just going to do it. I don't have time to analyze. We'll analyze later. Let's take the pawn first. So I'm still threatening the queen a4. Of course, he could take this if he wants, but bishop and a whole bunch of pawns against the 2 knights. He's not developed yet. He's not castled. Yeah, f6. I think I'm just going to castle. Let him take me if he wants. He wants to trade. He actually wants to trade queens because it develops his pieces. Aha. Interesting. Yes. I could go queen a4. He has queen d7. If I take, rook takes. Okay, that's actually a pretty good move. I didn't think about that. He's basically saying, look, I'm going to give you all the pawns on this side of the board, but then I'm going to probably win most of your pawns if you have a piece. Yeah. Good move. Good move. Okay. I really don't want to develop this knight for him, so I'm going to go check. Probably going to play queen d7. And then I'll probably take it. Oh, he goes king f8. Interesting. Was not expecting that. Okay. Well. Let's be careful here. But. Yeah, okay. How do I do this in a way that doesn't lose all my pawns? I think we got a castle. I think that's the only move I can play here. We can't leave the king there. It's too dangerous. Now, if he takes me, I'm debating bishop g5. The idea is if you take me, I take your bishop with check. If you don't take me and play f6, I can trade. If you take back, yeah, that's the problem though. Bishop g5, f6, takes. That, my friends, is the problem. Don't think we can safely do it. Bishop g5, f6. Is there any move that I have? Takes. Knight d5 doesn't work because he always just goes back. That's too bad that knight d5 doesn't work. That's a nice little tactic. But he just goes back. What a shame. All right. Well, I guess... the only thing to be done is what? Wait a second. Bishop g5, f6, takes. Rook e1 is now an option. Now, the issue with that for him is he has to keep his queen here or here or here to defend his bishop. But then what? What? I don't know. That I don't have anything? Really want to play bishop g5. There's something inside of me that's saying this is the move you have to play. f6, takes. Rook e1, queen moves. Where is the tactic? I don't see it. I just don't see it. All right, I got to make a move, unfortunately. Man. I'm going to be so mad if we look at this game afterwards and Stockfish says bishop g5 was the best move. I'm going to be so mad at myself. Yeah, this is the problem. Now he's getting a bunch of pawns. Okay. I need to develop. Let's go bishop f4. I still have 3-4, 3, so I have 2 pawns for the piece, so it's not totally over yet. We can win this and have 3 against the piece. That's actually an interesting endgame. So I just don't know how to win this pawn. But the good news for us is his king. His king's on f8, his rook's on h8. That's terrible. My rooks are nice. So yeah, I think we get rid of this guy. We use the rook on the e-file. I might need to play c3 here, unfortunately. Or just rook d1. Let's just go rook d1. Maybe I'll just try to take the pawn like this. Because if I go c3 and he's able to trade, then I don't have my nice pretty pawns anymore. Okay, bishop c5. We can now use the e-file if we want. I think I will. I got to speed up. I'm going to lose on time. I spent too much time. How's he going to develop? Is he going to go knight h6? He might play that, because if I take, he'll probably just take and use this for his rook. So that's debatable. Actually, no, I would play f4, threatening his knight. Check. Wait a second. He's going to go for this line? f4. f4. Check. King h1. If he takes me, who cares? Takes. He still has a problem. He has a problem, my friends. And I'm going to make him pay for that. We're going to go f4. Let's go. King h1. Not a big deal. It's not a big deal. Fine. It's not a big deal. Am I missing something here? Am I missing something here? got a pin. Ah, maybe he wants to play something like Queen D7 or Queen B7 and hit my knight. But no. Then his king. Look at his king. We're onto something here, my friends. We are onto something. This is good. This is very good. Okay. Queen D7. Yeah, that's what he wants. He wants to take my knight. I'm not so certain this is a bad position for me. I am not so sure that this is bad for me. Look at his king. Look at his king. Look at these pieces. Not to mention I have 3 pawns for the bishop. So there's that too. If we had to trade queens, the game is not over. But I think we don't want to trade queens. Oh, yeah. He's in trouble, my friends. You don't want to take because you're losing your rook. You don't want to go back because I'm coming in. You probably got to come up, but then you're going to get checkmated. He's done for. He's done for. Unless he comes up with some amazing move here that I'm not seeing, I think black is toast. Here, I mean, that's just an easy checkmate. Here, that's probably also an easy checkmate. Let's see. Maybe he has to take and sack his rook, but that's still pretty bad. Oh, king f7. Oh, he goes for this. Okay, so yeah, we just go here and take his rook, right? Yes. Yes. Let's go. Let's go, Halloween Gambit. Look at that. Look at that. Don't tell me you can't use it at the top levels. Okay. So we both made some errors along the way. There's my first mistake. Was an intentional mistake. E5. Okay, we take with the bishop. Great. He goes there. Okay, that's not ideal. Queen f3 is a good move. Queen e7. Best move is actually to castle. Yeah, I was worried about c6. Oh. Oh. Okay, I didn't see that one. That's an interesting tactic. So that's why castling's the best move. But the second best move was taking, which I did. Rook d8, of course. Best move was going for this queen b5. And on c6, taking it. And then trading the queens. Interesting. And then you just develop. And you go into the endgame where you have the clump of pawns. Something like this. And you start pushing them. You just start pushing them. And you get this position. I don't know what he's going to do. And you put your king there. Interesting. Okay. Anyway, I took the pawn. Best move was queen a4. Castles takes. Wow. I played the best move and I avoided a blunder. Yes. Yes. That feels good. That feels good because of f6 takes. He takes me back exactly like I was saying. And even though I throw this in, he just moves his queen somewhere like I was saying. And I don't have anything. I'm in trouble. Good. Way to go, Nelson. Awesome. So I avoided the mistake. Played the best move. Played the best move. Play the best move. Okay, I missed b4. Oh, I missed b4? Because why? Really important to take that pawn, apparently. Interesting. Okay, I missed that one. And this was bad? Oh, what? What? This is bad for me because... D2. What a ridiculous move. Oh. Oh, wow. Followed by knight g4. Check. Check. And I basically lose all my pieces, and he's got this d-pawn. Stockfish is so, like... I wish I could play like Stockfish sometimes. I wish I could see all this stuff. D2, of course, D2. I mean, he didn't see it either. It's amazing. I missed something here. Wait, what? Oh, I could have just traded and taken the knight. Yes, that would have been the simple way, wouldn't it? Oh, he missed knight g4 again. Look at this, guys. Look at this. Knight... Yeah, this knight g4. I think my opponent, if they would have just slowed down, they were going to win this game. They had me. They had me right there. Yeah. Now I'm just winning. You can't escape. Whoa. Oh boy. Can you play a couple games with the Owens defense and the Stonewall to see how it works at higher levels? Yeah, sure. Thanks for the super chat. Yeah, we could do that. Good game. Feeling good about that one. Let me see. Did I get my points back for the other rice cooker yet? No, not yet, huh? All right. I'll be patient. Be patient. Okay, so Owens defense, you say. Let's do it. Let's do it. First things first. Fee and Kettle the bishop over here. Back the pawn. He's going to defend it. Probably with his bishop. Oh, he does use the knight. Okay, so we're going to get to pin the knight. That's nice. That's nice. Ah, he plays this move. Okay, so I think you want to be careful with bishop b4 now because you have to watch out for like queen d4. But I think we can just attack with the knight. Just put the pressure here. Put the pressure. And then we can probably play bishop b4 next because now we don't have to worry about queen d4 shenanigans. So let's do this. He goes queen f3. Very interesting. I still feel like I'm going to pin the knight to put pressure that way. Don't really see a problem with that. We want to develop our pieces anyway. So there we go. And now I'm going to try to see if we can win a pawn here. Now he might defend it. Maybe with his bishop. Probably just going to castle. I guess we could think about taking and going check with the queen, but then he blocks with the knight. I don't really know what that accomplishes for us. So yeah, I'll probably just castle. Bishop c4, interesting. So takes, check, knight here. Oh wait, do we have something like queen c5 to double attack these guys? Okay, wait a minute. There might be c5. If he moves back, we just win a pawn. So what is his plan? Is he going to trade? I don't think trading's going to be good. No, he's going to counterpin. Okay. Okay. Let's say I take and throw in the check. Hold up. Oh, hold up. Takes. If we lose a queen, we get the knight. We lose a bishop. We don't have anything. Okay, we can't do that. Yeah, I guess I'll take, because I want to open up the e-file, I think, and throw in a check. Ah, was not expecting that. Now, I might still go here. E5. I have no idea what's happening. I haven't seen this before, so this is new to me. E5, let's just say I pin it. What's he going to do? Is he going to castle? And if I take, he's going to go rook. No, you can't go rook e1. So yeah, queen e7 looks good. I don't think I'm missing anything here. Queen e7. Wait a second. Queen e7. Let's say he moves his queen. Threatening now. We have h6. No, queen e3 is actually an interesting move. So, okay. Queen e7, queen e3. The problem is he defends his pawn. He threatens this. And what do I do? Well, I could play knight g4, lose a queen. I take his queen. He takes this. I take check. I get my piece back. This is nuts. This position is wild. The other thing I could do is just play h6 right now. The idea of h6 is if he takes you, you take him. If he takes, you go here. Seems decent, but I think I like queen e7. I mean, I could be walking into a trap here, but queen e7, knight g4. Takes. Yeah, that's fine. Queen e7, knight g4. If you move your queen somewhere, I'm going to be taking here. Okay, let's do it, I guess. Go queen e7. This is crazy. This is really crazy. Wait, he just castles, but he can't pin me. He can't pin me because it's not defended. So what is his plan? Bishop back to f4 is his plan? What is going on? He just wants to take my pawn? That's the plan? Really? Who does that? If I go d4, what happens, guys? What happens on d4? d4, we lose a bishop. We get a bishop with check. He moves. We get a knight. He gets a rook, or he throws in a check. I'm not sure. Total mess, but I think I like it. If he takes my queen, I take his queen. If he takes my bishop, I take his knight. If he takes my knight, I take his rook. He takes here, again, total chaos. Rook g8. I don't know what's happening. Maybe he takes me. Maybe I take him. I think that's roughly equal. I mean, he could also just move his queen. In which case, I don't really know what happens. I really want to do this. Can I do it? Let's do it. Let's have some fun. I might be missing something, but we're going to have some fun. For the content. Let's go. Yeah, I have an excuse that some people don't have. If I make a mistake, I just say, well, it was for the content. I had to do it for the content. Blunderfest. Let's see if Blunderfest can navigate this position correctly, because I sure can't. I mean, what? Can somebody tell me what is going on here? He's going for it. He's going for it. All right, here we go. So let's start with this to make sure we get the bishop with check. And I could even castle. Then we do lose this. But we have knight c6 and just queen is kind of in a bad situation. Or I just take the knight immediately. I gotta watch out for this rook e1 check though. That's actually a really annoying move. So maybe I will castle, because here's the thing. If he saves his knight, I'll save my rook. Actually, if he saves his knight right here... Ooh, I have queen e4, saves the rook that way. Yes. So basically what I'm saying is, look, go ahead, take my rook. I'll take your knight when I'm ready. I like it. I like it. So we castle to make sure the king stays safe. And now... if we lose a rook, I mean, okay, if we lose a rook, it's not really that big of a deal because we're getting a knight. He plays knight h3. Okay, why would you play that? I guess I'll just move. But where? Here? Here? And maybe here is a good square. Let's go there. I'm just trying to get away from his pieces, so I feel like this is a safe square. It's away from the bishop, away from the knight, away from this knight. He does have a pawn, but then I'll just move somewhere else. Knight b5. What a move. He's going to not take my rook. Okay, if I go knight c6, what happens? He's going to take this pawn? I think I have to go knight c6, don't I? I mean, knight a6 just looks awful. Three, 6, 7, 8, 3, 6. So we're up 2 pawns at the moment, but he's about to get some of them back. Now he goes f4. I cannot track with this guy's moves at all. What is he trying to do? Let's go here, I guess. Oh, is he trying to trap my bishop with a3b? No. I mean, I'll sack it. That's not a big deal. I think he's going to take this. Or something. The one problem that I do have is, how do I attack his king? I don't see a clear way. Maybe jumping my knight in here? He's just not giving me time. We can almost trap the queen, actually. Never mind. Now maybe I just go with my knight. It also defends. It also defends against that. So we have this threat. Maybe we have this threat. I'm not totally sure if I can get away with that. But 93 looks good. 93 looks actually really good. What a weird position. This is such a weird position. Maybe rook e8 could be a way to activate the rook, but then I have to watch out for the fork. I just don't know where it's going to go from there. So, okay, 93 is what I want to play. What is he going to do to stop that? Could also play knight a5 with the idea of... What's the idea? Going like c6. Okay, so he defends against that. Sure. Yeah, knight a5. The idea is I want to go c6 and his knight is kind of trapped. What are you going to do against knight a5? a3, c6, takes, the fork. I mean, this is just nuts. The other thing is check, takes. I don't think that's good enough. Here, he's probably going to just move. I don't think I really want to take that pawn. Knight to c4. No, I'm gonna try knight a5. I'm gonna try it because I can actually go. Oh, of course, it's a little tactic, isn't it? But wait. He wants me to take. He wants me to take, and then he's got this guy. But what if I do this? Because if his rook has to... Wait, why? Why did he do that? What is happening? 5. What is going... Oh, he wants to play queen... Are you kidding me? He's going to play queen d3? Dude. This guy... Yeah, he's going to play queen d3. How do I stop the checkmate? F5 or G6? Yeah, couldn't really stop that, unfortunately. Wow. Oh, actually, do I have a tactic? Shoot. Hey. Yeah. thought we had a chance. I really did. I thought I had a chance. Yeah, I did. I was winning. I was winning right here. Bishop a5 was the idea. Bishop a5 so that my knights could jump in here, I guess. That was the idea. And I did have knight c3 check right here. Missed that one. Queen b5. Let's take the knight. Man. What did I miss here? Queen e6. Yeah, why didn't I see that? Because all I had to do was stop this. I just tried to stop one threat. One threat. I don't know why I didn't see this move. That's it. Just Queen e6. Maybe something about not wanting to put it in line with the rook or something, but this doesn't work. You just take it. That's the move. That's really the only move. Man, time pressure. Ah. How bad is taking knight? I assume you're talking about this way. Yeah, Stockfish says you can actually do that. And you're still slightly better. You take this way, that's not as good because the rook's defended. Man, what a frustrating game. Okay, the goal ends in 19 minutes. I don't think we're going to make it. I don't think we're going to make it 19 minutes. Well, I'll play one more game and we'll see. Oh boy. Oh, I'm supposed to play the Stonewall, right? Is that what I'm supposed to play? Let's try the Stonewall. Knight c6. Okay, let's go e3. Owens is not good against good players. Yeah, I mean, sure, if you're playing like GMs, don't play it maybe, but okay, well, guess what, guys? You can't play the Stonewall against this. That was fast. That was real fast. Okay. Sorry, no Stonewall today. So, you know, I like to play this way, guys, and the reason I like to do this is because the pawn is really annoying for black because it blocks their bishop and it blocks this bishop. So it's a sacrifice, but it comes with some nice benefits. Like you give up one pawn and you shut in two bishops at the same time. F5, yeah. F5 you could play that, but I don't know if that's a good move. Don't know. We're going to go knight c3. We're going to pay attention to opportunities. And we're probably going to play bishop c4. Okay, he goes there. Actually, bishop g5 might be good now. Because if black's not careful, this could be a real weakness. For example, takes. You really have to be careful about this. Notice they can't get the bishops out easily. That's what you want to do? Hold up. If I take it and I go like bishop c4, what is going to happen? What's going to happen to me if I do this? Bishop c4? I'm basically saying, look, how are you going to develop any of your pieces? You're pinned here. He's stuck. Yeah, you have a couple extra pawns, but what are you going to move? What exactly are you going to move? I mean, Blunderfest was watching my live stream and knew what I was going to do. Yeah, it's possible. That's part of the deal when you live stream your games. Sometimes it happens. He goes with a check. I mean, I think we need to play c3 here. Maybe he wants to play d5. So c3, d5. b4. Then we take the pawn. Or I go all the way back. That seems too passive. So b4, let's say he moves here. Takes, check. Bishop d2 looks okay. Yeah, I think we have to do this. He wants to take. He wants to take and then go here and take my rook. Oh, I didn't see that. Oh, man. I missed that idea. Yeah, that's pretty smart. Okay. Well, I don't really know what we can do. Probably have to give up the pawn and just retreat. He still's not developed, so it's not the end of the world for me, but now it's not looking as good as I was hoping. DRR. Let's go back. At least it comes with the tempo gain. And maybe even rook c1 again with another tempo. Yeah, so, okay, we have this. We could also... Yeah, I'm going to do it. Okay, queen d6. Okay. So we have a check. It doesn't really do much. I think we need to develop the knight. I think the knight needs to start threatening some stuff. So let's see. Knight h3 probably. in case we want to go to g4. Hahaha. DRR, all right. Well played. I guess I think the default was like only super chats above a certain amount count, and I was like, nah, I'll just make it all super chats. But I see why they might have put that now. It's all right. So I'm going to show you the puzzle after this game. All right. Check g6. Don't love it. Trying to get his pieces out, obviously. You can always castle. Or what does moving the knight there do? Not much. Let's castle. Well, let's just get the king to safety. 3, 4, 5. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I haven't even taken a single pawn from black. That's actually funny. So he's up 3 pawns. Okay, okay. Let's go here to unleash the queen. Maybe we start taking some of these pawns. He still has this bad bishop here. Okay, I think we have to take that. He's trying to not let me take his pawns. I see that. Oh, there's got to be something here, right? There's got to be some little trick. Can we find it? I mean, does this do anything for me? Queen h6? Why? I want to sneak in here and cause some problems. Check. I lose a rook. That's not ideal, but queen g7 is quite annoying. Maybe he just goes queen f8. No, but then there's check here. The other thing would be something like rook c5 takes. He moves. Rook c5 takes. We can actually take with the knight. That's getting interesting now. I'm going to try rook c5. There's some interesting lines here. So let's go that. Let's see what he's going to do. Immediately plays queen f6. Oh, this guy is sharp. Oh, can I take this? Takes my queen. I take his queen with a fork. Ah, okay. So knight takes h. Queen g7 though. Man, there's always some random move, right? You know, there's always some move that just saves everybody. Queen g5, he takes me, I take him. Or I go here maybe. Queen g5 takes. Knight probably just moves, takes. I don't think it's good enough to sack my piece. I could take here, he takes. I go with a check. So close. I just don't think it's good enough. So I got to do some random move like this. Oh, knight f5 is his idea. Man, didn't see that. Because if I moved my queen, he's just going to take my knight. So I have to go for this now. Try to get to the king somehow. There's just so many pawns in the way. Why did I sack so many pawns? Uh, okay, of course we lose that, but what do we get instead? We get anything. Oh, he's threatening checkmate. Threatening checkmate. Yeah, this is lost. This is totally lost. I finally took another pawn. All right. Yeah, I don't even think I have any counterplay here. Bishop e6. What do I even do? Does queen f6 do anything? Takes. Queen g7. Ah, it's probably my best try. I mean, I'm already down material, so what's in a little bit more, right? Doesn't really matter. Oh, he could even actually no. Okay, so he can't play that. He could play rook f8. Yeah, rook f8 is probably what he's gonna do. Check, queen e7 takes. He just moves. On the bright side, he can't castle. So I do have that going for me. Threatening to take some pawns. Maybe rook c1. I don't know what to do. It's hard to play chess when you're down a rook. Ah, shoot. Well, there goes any chances that I had of flagging him. There they go. Let's check it. Let's check it. Yeah, never had an opportunity. Man. Well, I guess that answers that. It's not like I missed anything. Before. Queen C7. Yeah. I think that was just a very strong player. They didn't make any mistakes. They navigated everything. Wait, that was a mistake? No, that was one of Stockfish's moves. I don't know why it's giving it a blunder. Oh, I played the best move, Rook C5. That's where I messed up. If I would have played F4, I could have stayed in the game at least. Of course, give up another pawn. Yeah, for everybody who was asking at the end, if I ever take this, there's a fork. So I can't. And the same thing later. Right here. If I take it, there's a fork. So yeah, maybe if I don't let him trade queens, I can somehow. I mean, it's hard when you're down a rook. You can't really do much. Okay, so we completed the goal. Thank you to DRR for all the super chats. So I do have a puzzle for you guys, which I will show you now. Let me 1 second. Where's my thing at? Here we go. Alrighty. Well, that person still is not banned. Okay. What am I trying to do here? Analysis. Okay. So here's the situation. It is white to play and win. White's pawns are going forward in this direction. Black's pawns are going down the board in this direction. Okay? So these are about to become queens. That is correct. Okay? Just so you know. White's pawns going forward. Black's pawns going down here. It's white to play and win. Go ahead. Take some moments. Take a moment or two. I'm going to refill my water and I'll be right back. All right, folks. Hopefully you've had some time to consider. Yeah, I see quite a few moves. All right, let's talk about a couple of options. The first one that's probably super obvious is like, well, what if we push our pawn with check, right? And this does not work because black will sacrifice their queen. And even though you can take it, they can get another queen. And you don't have anything. If you push this, they're going to go check. They're going to take you. They're going to take you. And this is a losing position because black has like these pawns. Oh, and by the way, if you take this one, you do get skewered. Okay, so d7, not the move. Some people said rook check here. I didn't look at this one, but that's not the move because after king d7, I mean, if you throw in a check, I guess nothing really happens. If you try to push now, let's see, why does this not work? Queen c6 stops you, and I think you're out of tricks. Okay, so that's not the solution either. And somebody said f5, I think. If you push this one, black just invades with the queen on d7. And let's say you push, they're going to come over here and get your king, and you're in trouble without overanalyzing it. So the correct move, and the only move, is a7. Okay? Now, you are threatening to get a queen. So if black, for example, decides that they're going to get a queen and get two queens, it doesn't help them because you get the queen with check. They move, go check. They have to go back, and then you can go check and checkmate. Okay? So just so we're clear, a7 is threatening to get a queen and checkmate them. They do not have time to push either of these queens here. Either of these pawns here to get a queen. Okay, so that's the threat. So what does black do? Well, black's best move is queen to c6. They could also go check down here, but let me just show you that one actually real quick. This doesn't do anything. The reason is king f6 is actually a better square for your king. It's even more aggressive, and it helps you even more. And so it's just not a good move. So queen c6 is the best move to stop you from getting a queen on a8. All right. So now that you know that, what do you do now? What's the move for white? Hey, Jake. Thank you. I appreciate that. Nice. Cool. Well, I'm glad you could be here for this one. Are you always off on Wednesdays? So some people are saying d7. Check now. Can anybody tell me the problem with d7 check? Very big problem with d7. Hopefully you said it's not a move that you can play. Nope, can't do it. So that's not the move. Somebody says rook check. That's not the move. The king's just going to move, and this doesn't do anything for you. They just take your pawn, and the king runs away. The only move, somebody's saying rook takes a5. That's a good one to look at, but then you allow a queen, I guess, is probably the best thing. And they're just going to take you, and this is not going to be good enough. The only move is a8 queen right now. And if you're thinking that the queen is undefended, you are correct. And black will just take you. But that sets up the follow-up, which is D7. Now's the moment because there's no pin. Okay, there's no pin. So now we go D7. Now, black, the best move is, I think, yeah, king to E7. Okay, the best move for them is to go king E7. If they go king to D8, what should we do? Well, actually, basically, this move, I'll just say this. This move transposes into the main line anyway, so we won't even consider that. Okay, we're just going to go straight to king e7. But trust me, we'll get to the same position. So after king e7, there's only one winning move for white. And it's not like super... Well, I'll just say it. What do you think it is? I won't say anything. Some people say promote, bishop f6 check. A lot of people are saying bishop f6 check. Some people saying bishop c5 check. Bishop b6. Okay, so you're on the right track. It is a bishop move. You would think it might be this one, right? This one looks quite obvious. This is the wrong move. And the reason this is the wrong move is because the king is going to come up. Yes, you can get a queen, but they're just going to take you. Yes, you can take them. But the problem is they take here. And they actually have 2 pawns, and you can't stop everybody. And if they don't take you, by the way, and they just push, this is checkmate. Okay? So you could have almost won the game like this. But if they're smart, they'll take you. And like I said, you know, you get 1 pawn, but they get the queen with the other one. If you try to stop the other one, they get the queen here. It's just too many pawns. So that's the problem, okay, with bishop f6. So what did we talk about? We just talked about why this doesn't work. So the only move, bishop c5, check. Now, the king goes back to d8. If the king comes up, there is apparently a checkmate after rook to d6. King goes here. Sorry, you can't do that because the pawn. So king has to go here. Then you take with check. This is like a super long line, but it's going to lead to a checkmate because you can force the queen. You can take with check. And at the end of the day, you can grab the pawn. Okay? So, I know that was long and a lot, but basically, that doesn't work for them. Okay? So when you go check, they have to go back. Now, we get to the main line where we jump over with the bishop to b6 check. Okay, so the other one that I showed you earlier transposes to this exact position. Okay, so what you have to remember is that you basically need to go this way. Bishop f6 doesn't work. You have to force them like this. Now, we're just getting to the interesting part. Okay, so don't worry. There's more to come. King has to move. Only move. You have to move here. Okay, it's the only legal move. What do we do now? Well, if you said get a queen, you are correct. Now is finally the time to get the queen. Now, of course, black's going to take us. And then I'll go ahead and tell you this one we take back with the bishop check. Okay. King has to move. And, well, let's just start. This is not the best move, but let's just say that they did go back here. What would you do? What would you do if the king goes here? Okay, yeah, so I think, yeah, okay, you're right, you're right. Everybody's saying bishop f6, this works. I was going to say bishop takes g5, but bishop f6 would also accomplish the same thing. You take here, and you are threatening checkmate. And there's actually no way for black to stop it. If you get a queen here, you just take it. Doesn't do anything. If you get a queen here, checkmate. All right, that's pretty cool. So that's why the king doesn't want to run back that way. If you run over here, same exact thing. You move your bishop, checkmate. So king goes to e6. What do you do? White to play and win. There's only one winning move for white. What is it? Didn't d1 queen stop the checkmate? Yes, temporarily, but you just take it and still checkmate the next move. Push the f pawn. You guys want to play f5 here? You want to play f5, huh? I see rook takes a5. I see rook takes d2. I see f5. Okay, well, if you play f5, they're going to just take your rook and they have a bunch of queens, right? So that's not going to work. If you take here, they're just going to get some queens again, and that's not going to work. So the only move, rook takes d2. You got to get rid of this pawn. But you might be wondering, Nelson, aren't they still going to get a queen? And the answer is yes. But we have well, I won't say an amazing move. The amazing move comes next, but we have a nice move now. White to play and win. What's the move for white? Yes, there you go. There you go. Now we go f5 with the check. Okay. And if you look carefully, the king only has one space. King e5. And now is where we get to the amazing move. This is what makes the puzzle so special. This moment right here. And white's next move. So good luck. And I won't say anything else. What's the move? White to play and win. All right, I'm seeing a lot of different moves coming in. And I'm not seeing the correct one. Okay. A couple people have said the right one now. All right, so lots of bishop f6s. Couple bishop c7s. Yeah. All right, let's talk about this. This is not the right move. Let's talk about it. The king is going to move to f4. And I guess just gets away. I mean, yeah, you can like throw in another check, but they're just going to run. You can throw in a check and they can just like come down here or something. So that's not going to cut it. The only move, going back to here, the only move for white is rook to d4. And it looks like a ridiculous move. Like, wait a second. There's two pieces that can take you. Why are we doing this? If the king takes you, guess what? There's a skewer. Keep in mind the pawns are going this way. There is a skewer. You're going to win the queen. And this pawn is going to become a queen before one of these can. And watch this. If you don't take with the king, you take with the queen. Guess what? You could skewer it again. This time you can take the bishop, but guess what? It doesn't matter. You're still going to get this pawn before this one becomes a queen, right? You can do the race. You win just in time. You can come down here and you're going to win. Ow. But wait. You say, well, okay, fine. Black can see that, and they don't have to take your rook. They'll just do something else, right? Wrong, because look at the king. Look at the king. The king is trapped, okay? Remember, our pawn's going forward. So the king is trapped. If we could only deliver check and defend our rook, which means bishop f6 is going to win the game. And there's nowhere on the board. There's nowhere on the board that the queen can move that stops this move. There's nowhere. I mean, you tell me, where can the queen move? Here? Checkmate. Here? Checkmate. Like, it doesn't matter. Anywhere. Checkmate. Look, and this is just such a nice... Look at this. Look at this. Checkmate. The bishop defends the rook, which cuts off these, then the pawn and the king, and it's all over. It's amazing, right? There's no moves. The only move is you have to take it, but we already saw that leads to a losing endgame. There you go. So next time you have this position, wait a second, sorry. Next time you find yourself in this position, when your opponent's about to just get a bunch of queens on you, make sure you remember this. Go a7 and sack your queen and push this with check. Then go there and force the king there and then get another queen. Then take it. Take their pawn. Throw in a check. And finally sacrifice your rook on d4. I mean, can you imagine? Can you imagine having this position in the game and playing rook d4 right now? I mean, that would be so much fun. Oh, there you go. There you go. All right. So was it worth the goal? Are you guys glad we did the goal? Because I have some more like that for next time. All right. I think, let me see. I think I'll finish out this stream with one last game. I really thought I was going to get my points back for that other game. Apparently not. Let's go for the last game. Here we go. I'm going to end on a win. And we've got him thinking already. Let's go with d5. Is the thumbnail from the mouse slip on the last stream? Yes, it is. It is. So you remember that, do you? You guys didn't forget about that yet? Too bad. Those are the games I try to forget. Okay, attacks my queen. Let's go. Actually, I'll go for an endgame if they want to. So I'm castling because I want to pin the pawn, and I also want to take the pawn. Knight f4 would defend it temporarily, but I think I will trade and go knight b4 here. And now I have 1, 2, 3 attackers, 1, 2, 3 defenders, but I'm hitting this pawn. And I'm also threatening to play something like g5 or e6. The problem is that's not a pin, but well, first of all, white has to deal with this. I mean, rook d2 looks like a really awkward move because you block your bishop. But otherwise, I'm just going to take it. I guess you could... Yeah, I don't even know. Could you go here and sack it and go here? Try to get an attack? You might be able to do that. So bishop e3 takes, rook c1 takes. Yeah, if I was playing as a white, that's probably what I would do. Because you have this annoying pin, although I could probably just move my king. Maybe it's not that simple, actually. Maybe it's not that simple. Yeah, bishop e3. Okay, they go bishop d2 instead. Which is another way. But the problem with bishop d2 is I don't have to take that anymore. Now I can just take this. And I don't have to worry about any shenanigans on the c-file. That's why I think they had to go bishop e3. They had to let me get the fork, slide over. I was going to trade, and then they had some serious threats with knight b5. Now, probably could have played a6. But then I don't know if they... Yeah, they could have pushed their pawn. So it was going to be a tough position for me. That's all I'll say. It was going to be a tough position. This way, I'm just up a pawn. So 4 against 3 should be enough to win. We just trade a bunch of stuff. We're going to get to trade at least a pair of knights, probably a pair of rooks. Just have to get the bishop out, but that's pretty easy to do in a couple moves. C2 pawn was a poisoned pawn. I don't know if it was a poisoned pawn necessarily, but white was definitely going to get some counterplay from it. This way, they don't really get any counterplay. Wonder what they're thinking about. F3. Interesting. Okay. I think I'm going to play e5 here, guys, because e5 forces the knight to move, and then I can jump in with my bishop right away. There's knight d3, and it does put pressure on my pawn, but I don't really care because, well, I can't go there on knight d3. Maybe I should have cared. I totally thought I could play bishop c5. Okay, knight d3 actually. Okay, he doesn't do it. There might have been bishop g5 there, but okay. Well, you know what? Do I trade? Yeah. So you want to be careful giving up the file, but if you have the ability to just immediately regain control of it in like a couple of moves and there's nothing that your opponent can do to stop you, then it's not that big of a deal. And since I want to trade to go into the end game, I'm okay doing that. I'm just going to bring my bishop probably here, slide my rook over. Now, let's talk about this first. There's a trick you can do, b6, you trap the bishop. Then you move your king and you take the bishop. The question is, bishop e7 takes b6. Let's say he does some random move. I go there. The rook invades. Do I have a way? Yes, I can still trap the bishop. So that's not a big deal. So let's go bishop e7. You just want to make sure that there's no way for the bishop to escape if you're going to go for that. But I don't see how they're going to escape. So I don't think... Oh, that's a poison pawn now. So I just want to get control of the file. Go into the endgame. Ideally, trade the bishops. If we can force a trade. Okay, yeah, what he wants to do is take and then go a5. So now I have to be careful here. If I go here, takes, b6, a5, king b7, takes, it's still trapped. It's still trapped. So as long as it's fine, don't have to worry about it. How often do you recommend playing chess games per week? I guess it depends on what your goals are. If you're like actively trying to improve, I would probably try to play multiple times a week, if not every day. But if it's just a hobby and you don't really care like how quickly you improve, it's just whatever fits your schedule. There's not like a right and a wrong answer. But like a game a day is good, or some like study time, and then maybe a couple games a week would be another way to do it. Like study for, you study on Monday, Tuesday, you play a game on Wednesday, Thursday, you study on Friday, you play a game on Saturday. I don't know, just something like that. I'm taking with the bishop because I want to make sure my king is close enough over here to get the bishop if he tries to go for this. Okay, so he doesn't. I might be able to go c6 and then force a trade, maybe. c6 takes b6. Here, takes check. Then I lose a pawn. Yeah, I think now is the time. We've left it long enough. Let's go ahead. I don't want to keep having to worry about this. So there we go. Now I can just do other stuff. Okay, I think, generally speaking, at the end of the game, the top priority is activating your king. So, king d7. Of course, he can invade here, but I can just move or defend. Not a big deal. Okay, well, what do I want to do? Move or defend? Let's just move it. Let's just move it. The bishop can't touch my pawns if they're on light squares. So, this one, not a big deal. We could just defend. So, getting the king towards the center, that just walks into f5. Whenever you have your pawns side by side, that's usually a pretty good setup because you can pretty much go wherever you want. Okay, I'll offer the trade. If white is smart, they won't take it. We'll probably move. It almost... Wait a second. It almost looks like... Almost looks like I could trap the bishop over here. Like, for example, putting my bishop here to defend this. If I played g5, went here. Okay, so like g5, move my king over, would trap the bishop. Let's attempt it. We'll attempt it. Because you can't play h4, I just take you. You can't play f4, I just take you. So he's probably going to play g3. But still, I'm going to go here and try to trap this guy. Let's say g3 king here, h4 king here, takes. He would escape. Yeah, that's what he's going to do. You know what? I can go king f7, and if you play h4, I just take and win a pawn. Actually, I could also go here. Takes, king g6 wins a pawn too. f4 is another move, but that I think I could go check and put. Yeah, let me do this. So my threat obviously is king g6. But he's going to play h4 or f4 to try to make sure the bishop has a way to get out. h4, you just simply lose a pawn right away, though. f4, I'm going to go check, and then I'll probably just go here and trade this. Okay, he just... The other thing I could do, actually, guys, is just go king g6. Oh, no, then the bishop escapes. I already talked about that. All right, we'll take the pawn. Okay, interesting move. But wait a second, does that actually help you? I go f4, the bishop is temporarily trapped. Let's say the king invades, I get the bishop g5, I take. Takes, I take. Yeah, that's a winning endgame for me. Yeah, I'm still trapping the bishop. And actually, I can start just pushing this guy, and I might be able to just sneak by. Okay, he's going to stop that. All right, fine. Let's go win another pawn. Bishop does escape. But here, check. Yeah, we're gonna do this. Because once I get the pawn here, his king is stuck. Now, the only thing is my bishop would also be stuck there. So let's go here. We'll make another weakness at the same time. Okay, so now we have multiple passed pawns here. Don't really care about that. I push, he takes. I push, he goes there, I push. Yeah, that just wins. That just wins. So I'll just do that. That's nice and simple. Actually, even just check, takes here. Can't stop it. All right, cool. Yep. Makes sense. Kind of blundered the pawn early. Let's just look at that quickly, because I'm curious. So bishop d2 was bad. What about... Oh, Stockfish actually says rook b1? What's the plan here? And then you go knight d3? going on? Oh, you're trying to stop my knight from escaping? And if I go here, you have... Ah, 95 wins material. Wow. Now that's an idea. So e6. Then 95 anyway. Threatens the fork. Rook g8. Wow, this is nuts. I didn't even think about rook b1. Okay. But what about bishop e3? This is what I was thinking. Stockfish says you just move your king out of the way. And on knight b5, you play g6 to let your bishop out? You just let them take this? And you go bishop h6 and you're happy about this? Wow. See, these are the kind of ideas I would never even think about. Just give back the pawn, get your bishop over here, and you're doing just fine. Knight b5, knight g4. You're threatening all kinds of crazy stuff. g3 to defend. Wow. Stockfish is ridiculous. Anyway. I had h3 a lot earlier. Really? You're talking about at the end, right? Let's see. When could I have played h3 earlier? Oh, right here. Ah, I see. Yes. You're absolutely right. Yes, good point. So h3, the king can't step into the box. And so I would have just won. Yep, very good. Didn't see it. I was more focused on trapping the bishop. Yeah, you're absolutely right. I mean, wasn't ever like in danger of losing, but yeah, that's a good point. Yep. All right.